So now we go for the basic of surd. Surd, so it's an irrational number that cannot express in the form of ratio, like surd 2, like surd 3. Alright, so surd 2. If you put in decimal, also not nice. The decimal of the irrational number is not repeating, is not having pattern. Okay, surd 2, surd 3, and so on. So the properties of surd here. So if you have surd times surd, or this one is square root, cube root of 5 times cube root of 7, together we can put it together, become cube root of 5 times 7, 35, like what we're doing just now. We have surd negative 1 times surd 9, what do you have? 3, but surd negative 1 is I. Alright, so we have similar concept here. So when we're doing division, like fifth root of 2 divided by fifth root of 3, we can together put it in the same roots here. So this is fifth root of 2 over 3. So we can see the properties using example more clearly. Okay, so if your here is cube root of and fourth root of a, so together 3 times 4 become 12. Alright, because you can see this fourth root. Fourth root is 1 over 4. Then cube root again, 1 over 3. So an indices power and power. So 1 over 12. So 1 over 12 means 12 root of a. So surd actually is come from our indices also. So depends on what's the roots that you want. So like cube root, it will power of 1 over 3. If you fifth root, means it will power of 1 over 5. If you want square root, it will power of 1 over 2. Depends punca kuasa di sini. Punca berapa, maka per lah berapa. So we go for our example. Simplify. 2 plus surd 3 times 3 minus surd 3. So when you want to simplify this, expand. Expand one by one. Expand one by one. 2 times 3, 6. 2 times negative surd 3. 2 don't have surd, right? So it cannot go under the surd. It only become the coefficient of surd only. So this is what I mean. It cannot go under the surd because 2 don't have the symbol of surd. It only become coefficient, means 2 times negative 1 become negative 2 surd 3. So coefficient of surd 3. Berkali untuk surd 3. Continue. Surd 3 times 3. So the 3 can go under the surd? No, so it will just multiply in front only. So it becomes 3 surd 3. So but when you have surd 3 times negative surd 3, positive, negative, negative, surd 3 square. Surd 3 square. So it becomes 3. So we can collect our real number. 6 minus 3 give you 3. So for the surd part, for surd 3 you have negative 2. For surd 3 here you have 3. So 3 minus 2 we will have only 1 only surd 3. 1 surd 3 only. So for question B, surd 3 minus 2 surd 2 times surd 3 plus surd 2. Expand. Surd 3 with surd 3. Surd 3 with surd 2. Continue. Second term. Negative surd 2 with surd 3. Then with surd 2. Okay, so what's your answer here? Surd 3 with surd 3 becomes square, right? So it becomes 3. Then surd 3 and surd 2, they can come under the same surd, become 6. Cannot. Surd 3, surd 2 together. 3 times 2 together under the surd. Then Negative 2 times 1. Negative 2. Here, Surd 2, Surd 3 together. Inside here, 6. Lastly, negative 2 times here is 1. So become negative 2. Surd 2, Surd 2, 2. Surd 2, Surd 2 means Surd 2 square. Okay, so one by one. So here is negative 4 plus 3 become negative 1. How many surd here? You have 1 surd 6 and minus 2 surd 6. You get negative surd 6.